Today, we're going to talk about how to market your home bakery business. So if you've got everything set up, ready to go, you've got your baked goods all perfected, and now you have no one to buy them, watch this, and I will help you. So if you haven't already, go watch this video, and it will show you some steps on starting your own home bakery business. Okay, so first, I would get your social media set up, your website, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, get everything set up with your name, get some pictures. If you're just starting your social media, I would take a bunch of pictures and post them every single day so you at least have some photos on there, and get your website set up and everything so when you do go out and market, you have somewhere to direct people. I think one of the most important things with social media is taking good photos. At least taking like photos with good lighting. If you think you're not very good at that, go to this video and I explain how to do it with your phone camera and a window light. So it's not that hard. And I explain it very simply. Okay, so after you've got your social media set up, your website, get some business cards, any sort of promotional material that you can hand out to people. So I also recommend handing out a lot of samples at first. So you can do that at farmers markets. And if you want to know how to set up for a farmers market and what you need, go to this video. And pop-ups. So I've been asked a lot, what is a pop-up? It's when you go into a shop when you go into a storefront or shop and set up like a table or something small, like you're just a pop-up shop inside another shop. So it doesn't always have to be in another shop, but usually if it's not at a farmer's market, they call them pop-ups. So you pop up at a store, it can be anywhere. Even if it's not somewhere that already sells food and baked goods, you can do pop-ups at clothing stores, little boutiques, anything like that, anywhere where someone would enjoy your products. If you're learning something from this video, let me know by hitting the like button below. So you set up, usually it's inside, so you set up a table, some promotional material, your sign, your products, and samples. That's where I like to give out a lot of samples. But the thing with the pop-ups is usually you're more likely to get asked to do pop-ups and convince people to let you do pop-ups in their store if you have a social media following. So that's where you really need to go and get that social media, like Facebook, Instagram, get that looking good. So when you go to the pop-up, you're also bringing your customers and people who follow you to their store. So that's kind of an incentive to have you in their shop. And festivals, like there's a lot of like flea market type things around here that are flea markets, but also have other vendors. Like any event that's gonna have food trucks, stuff like that, a lot of times you can do pop-ups there, or at festivals. So anywhere that's gonna have food, you can set up your tent. So that's what's nice about doing the farmers markets. You already have all the supplies, so you can really just travel wherever and set up. And I recommend doing lots of samples at these events and giving away a lot of things for people to taste if your product's good. Like I said in this video, no amount of marketing is gonna fix a crap product. So if your product's good, be giving out samples. If it's not, don't give out samples. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it to be notified whenever I come out with a new video. And if you can't find anywhere to bring your samples or have anyone try, charities, donate them to charities. And usually they'll ask for business cards so they can put out business cards with them so everyone knows where they're coming from. But stuff like that is great for getting your name out there. And another way to kind of market, to get the word out about your products, is Facebook groups, but this is kind of iffy. Like, it depends on the Facebook group. If it's a Facebook group where you're kind of interacting with other local people and they're trying to find out what you do and they're trying to like find new stuff in the area, then bring up what you do and what you sell. But I wouldn't just go into random Facebook groups and start promoting yourself. But if you can do it in a way with like local people that are interested in your product. I don't always recommend that method of marketing because it does feel a little spammy. So if you can do it naturally and it's like a Facebook group for people in your area where other people are trying to find stuff like that, then definitely do that. So a lot of event planners and photographers and caterers have a preferred vendor list. So that is something that is nice to get on, of other people's preferred vendor list. But once again, you have to have a really good product and be a preferred vendor for that to work. So it's helpful if you're networking with people that are also in your industry, so you can collaborate with them, and when you find people that you want to suggest, you can put that on your website that here's my preferred vendor list, and then other people, if they like your treats, they can put you on their preferred vendor list. And that's a nice thing to do, especially in whatever area your product fits. So if you're selling macarons, getting in touch with some wedding planners, wedding photographers, people like that, that will help you get in touch with the customers that are right for you if you want to do baked goods for events and stuff like that. So definitely if you meet those people, definitely bring samples, stuff like that. Just get your product out there. And a lot of this stuff you can do through social media, which is really nice. You're all following local people. So to grow on social media, it's very helpful if you use relevant hashtags and hashtags that don't have a lot of competition. That's kind of a different subject, and I can go into a lot more depth about that if you want. Let me know if you want me to do a video about social media with your home bakery business and how to grow that. Because I do unfortunately think that's a very important part of business these days. It's not totally necessary, but it does give you a lot of credibility these days. And that's what you really need when you're baking from home. Because there's no way for them to come and check out and see what you're all about. That's kind of their only window into your business. So you got to really make sure everything's professional on your website, social media, just really proving that you are legit when you're baking at home. Because I can put together something about that, because that's too much to get into right now. But just when you're using your hashtags, make sure it's not a super competitive hashtag or your picture will get lost with all the others. And try to use some local hashtags. So you can then go into the hashtags and connect with other local vendors. And consistently be posting photos. Because if you just keep popping up on someone's home feed, just delicious looking desserts in their area, they're eventually gonna buy. Like if just every day they're seeing like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. Eventually they're gonna be like, I want that. And they're gonna buy it. So just keep being persistent about posting and getting your stuff out there. And if you have a good product, eventually it will catch on if you just keep putting yourself in front of eyes. So this is something I said in this video, but keeping everything simple is very helpful in marketing. Just keeping your brand simple, keeping even what you bake simple is helpful. Like I just do macarons, and it seems like that has helped me kind of establish myself as the macaron baker in the area. Like that's what you kind of want when people think of cupcakes or whatever, you want them to think of you. So that would be hard to do if you're making a bunch of different things. So maybe at first, just focus on your best product and work on perfecting that and letting people know that that's what you specialize in. If you want to grow your home bakery business and learn more about this kind of stuff, I have a course called the Home Bakery Blueprint that is, if you're watching this in August, it's closed now, but sign up for the email list. I'll link that below. Or join the Facebook group. I'll link that as well. And I will post in there as soon as it opens up again. What video do you want to see next? If you want a video about growing your baking business on social media, let me know in the comments below. Okay, and if you're making macarons and you have questions about that and you're still having trouble making macarons, or you just want to share your creations, join the Michelle's Macarons Facebook group and we'll help you out. If you'd like, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll put those links in the description. Check out these other macaron videos. Okay, love you, bye.